Hello and welcome back. This channel will soon be called something else because I've decided that I don't want to just do podcasts. I want to do vlogs, I want to do fashion videos, I want to do design, I want to do other creative things because I can't just limit myself to talking videos. Although I love to talk and these videos will keep on being uploaded. Today I'm going to talk about how to be alone and how I got comfortable with being alone, especially as somebody who is an extrovert. And I've always lived with family, I've always lived with friends or partners or who knows. So, excuse me. When I first started to live on my own, it wasn't on my own. This is when I was living in a house with 3 other people, but they were never home, and it's not like they were roommates that I was friends with or people that I hung out with. I would oftentimes go home and just be there by myself because one would always travel, one would always be at work because she was a nurse and she worked night shifts, and it's like, so I was usually always by myself. And this is why I say I was home alone. I was living alone. This is my first experience. It was my first experience living alone. Now I actually live on my own, which is incredible. But it took me a second to get used to living by myself. So when I moved into this house, at first I always wanted to go out on the weekends. I always wanted to do stuff. I had FOMO. I felt like I was going to miss out on something if I didn't go out. I felt like, I wanted to be out. Like, it's Friday night, it's Saturday night. Like, where am I going? I'm going out. I'm getting dressed up, putting my makeup on, putting my outfit on. I'm going. Like, I don't care. I don't need friends to go out. I don't need plans to go out. I would just go out. And honestly, that in itself is a huge confidence booster because I know a lot of people don't go out on their own, but I did, and I would go out in San Francisco. I lived at the time really close to San Francisco. Now I live in San Francisco. But at the time, I would constantly go into the city on Fridays and Saturdays, and I would go out and I'd go to the bars and I'd get myself a little cute cocktail, dress up all cute. And you'd think, oh, are you going there to meet boys? Are you going there to date? Are you going there? No, I was honestly just going there to meet friends because I didn't know, like, how do you meet girls just to be friends with? And honestly, when I went out, I actually did meet some friends. So it was a great experience, and it's just good to do because you learn how to be alone and be out and be alone and not feel weird. I would be able to see other groups of people that were hanging out together that are big friend groups, and like, I'd kind of look at them and be like, dang, I wish that I had like a big friend group I can go out with, but I was newer to the area, so I didn't have like a solid friend group yet. So I was like, you know what, if I could just meet a group of girls and I could just weasel my way and be in their friend group, and then we could just automatically, I can have like 5-6 friends, that'd be great. But that didn't happen. And I just kept going out by myself. It was fun. It was great until I kind of just got over it. I'm like, I'm not going to go out every single Friday night. Just because it's Friday night, it doesn't mean I need to go out to the city. It doesn't mean I need to go out, right? So that's when I started to go to the gym. I would stay at home. I would cook myself some food. I would order in. I would watch a movie. I would draw. I would write poems. I'd write songs. Like, I'm very into writing. I would get into my creative hobbies again. And honestly, I would sit there and I would just feel my own energy, and I would feel so good. I'm like, I'm doing what I want to do. I'm comfortable in my bed. I don't need to worry about like coming home, taking my makeup off and like changing into comfortable clothes because I already did like my face mask, my nighttime skincare routine. I'm sitting here now. I'm just relaxing, chilling. I'm doing something that I love to do, and no one's going to bother me. No one's going to come knocking on the door. No one's come telling me that I'm going to need to give them attention or that they want to do something with me because I'm alone. And no one's coming to just randomly come to hang out with me. It's like I'm here by myself and I'm going to be here by myself. And something is so nice about that. Like I would sit down and be like, this is literally heaven. Like this is truly heaven. The feeling of being alone and being happy and realizing like I am doing what I want to do. I am surrounded by my own energy. This is amazing. Once you get to that point and you don't feel the need to go out and you actually get excited about staying in or going to the gym or like doing something that's more productive with your life, you feel so much better. The next morning, you feel better about yourself. You build confidence within yourself. You become happier. You learn how to sit in silence and to come up with new ideas, or just you realize things all of a sudden, maybe about yourself that you didn't realize before, because now you're by yourself. Now you're in your own space and you don't have all these outside distractions all the time. Because when you're constantly surrounded by these outside distractions, this noise, you're constantly stimulated by everything, you don't get time to actually sit down and really get to know yourself. And that's a scary place, I feel like, to be, is to not know who you are. Like, some people go until they're like 50s before they even know who they are. You don't want to do that. Like, you do not want to do that. 20s is for you. 20s is for realizing who you are. 30s is 40s, whatever, however long it takes you. You're always going to be constantly discovering yourself and discovering more about yourself. And you're going to mature, not only like emotionally, but you're going to mature in so many other ways, because you're just going to realize the areas where you might have flaws, or the areas that you want to expand more in a certain creative subject that you've always loved. And then you become better at it, or you pick up a second language. It's like you start to pick up other things, because now this time that you would spend maybe talking to someone or going to a bar or going to a club or like going with friends and talking about whatever they want to talk about, all the gossip, all the drama, or a guy that you like don't even really like that much. It's like you start to realize that your time is so valuable, and the stuff that you can do within your time is just magical. And you start to realize that you don't want to just give your energy out to everybody. And you also don't want everyone's energies like around you, because you start to realize when you spend so much time alone, who the toxic people are in your life, who the people are that aren't good for you, because now it's coming from a place of desire and want rather than I don't need a friend. I don't need a boyfriend. I don't need anything. You know, you're currently so at peace with your life and yourself and so sure of who you are and what you want, that anyone that you invite into your life would be someone that would only add positive to it. And I know everyone's probably heard this 1,000 trillion times, because everyone's always constantly talking about it, but talking about it and doing it are two completely different things. And I feel like people that, especially they're used to going out, they like to go out, they like to have a busy schedule, they always want to go, they will never face their inner demons. They will never face what they need to face. They will never truly know themselves, because they're always being stimulated by the outside energy and the voices and the people and the sounds and the music and the whatever that's surrounding them, that they can't ever sit with themselves. And even when you're alone, like, put down your phone, turn off the TV, sit down in silence and just sit there. And it's actually crazy what will come to you. I've had so many realizations and revelations come to me where I'm like, oh my gosh. And I would just, this is what I want to do. Or I'm not happy with my work life and this is what I want to do for a living. Or I just realized that I've always wanted to try yoga and I constantly think about it all the time, but I never actually do it. These are just random examples. But you start to realize it because when you're constantly going out and giving your energy to other people, it's like, how are you supposed to have any energy left over for yourself? How are you supposed to even know what you are, who you are, what your energy is, if you're constantly giving it away to other people? You start to really value yourself and your time. And time is so important because it's something that we will never get back. And time is so valuable, and your time is so valuable. And the people that you give it to, and even what you decide to do in your own time, is so important because it's you never are going to get that back. And you're always going to reminisce when you're older about, oh my God, I wish I started this sooner. I wish I didn't stay with that person for so long. Oh my God, I was surrounded by fake friends and I just stayed their friend because I was afraid of being alone. Or I stayed in the marriage or the relationship because I was afraid of being alone. Or I stayed at this horrible job and I didn't realize how much it was draining me for like 10 to 15 years that I won't get back. And that happens because you're not spending any time by yourself to actually sit and think about your life and about what you want in this life and about your goals and about your aspirations and where you want to be. Like when you're alone, you sit down and you journal and you write out, or you think what you want to be, what you want to do, what's not working, what's working, what makes you happy, what doesn't. And you slowly start to figure out what actually brings you pleasant joy in life. You slowly start to figure out, like, you try new things. I call it trial and error. Try something, you don't like it, on to the next. Try something, maybe you're not that good at it because you're not going to be perfect at everything from the jump. You're not. Don't get annoyed and move on. Keep trying it. If it's something that you genuinely love, keep trying it, keep doing it. Then you'll become better at it. It's like, it's something, though, that you can't possibly learn unless you spend that time alone. Spend time alone, or you're going to waste that time, and you're going to wish that you had it back. And I always think about this, too. One day, maybe not, you won't be alone. You'll have a husband, you'll have a wife, you're going to have kids. One day, you're going to constantly be surrounded by people, and you're going to wish so bad that you could just be alone in the silence, in that area, like, and really get to know yourself. Like, those people that never spend time alone, they get married, they have kids, they're always by people, they're always surrounded by people, they're always with someone, they're always going out, they're always doing something. Those people struggle later in life because they're like, oh my God, all I know is that I'm a wife and I'm a mother, and that's all I know, and I don't know who I am. And I don't know what I want. And I'm not happy, but I don't know why I'm not happy. And I'm miserable, but I don't know why I'm miserable. And it's like, because you're constantly giving yourself away to other people and you're not giving to yourself. And I know people say this all the time. You can't, like, what is it? Pour from an empty cup. You can't pour from an empty cup. I like to say I can't give myself to people, and people don't get the best of me if I am not myself, if my energy is low. When I feel that I'm not myself or my energy is low, I know that I need a day to myself. I need time to myself. I need time to completely decompress and think and journal about what I want and what's going on with me. And then I try to heal that or try to figure it out. That way I can be full and I can be 100% me and be happy with my life and where I am as an individual. When you're by yourself, you have to face the facts of the parts of you that you don't like, the parts of you that you do like. You have to face those. And it might be scary at first because you might realize that you are absolutely miserable by yourself. And when you feel like you're absolutely miserable by yourself, that is the time that you need to spend being miserable by yourself and sit there and realize, why am I miserable by myself? Why do I feel like I need people constantly around me? Like, what is it about me that makes me miserable? Oh, it's my job. Oh, it's that I don't work out. Oh, it's that I've been wanting to do this thing for so long and I constantly put it off. And that's why I feel miserable about myself. Because how are you supposed to feel good about yourself When you're completely ignoring your needs, your wants, your desires, how are you supposed to feel happy? How are you supposed to feel good? You're just going to be a person that always needs someone. And the person that you're going to need is somebody that is happy with themselves, that's living out their desires, living out their life, being happy. And you're going to try to like live vicariously through them. And then what's going to happen if they want to break up with you or they want a divorce and they have to go away? What's going to happen then? Then you're going to be left alone. Again, not knowing who you are, not knowing what you want, feeling miserable by yourself. It's like, it's so sad. And I see it happening to people, and I see it happen to a lot of people. And it's just one of those things that you just have to do it. You have to spend time alone, no matter if you hate it or not. The thing is that you will eventually love it. You will eventually get to a place where you love your own energy. You love it. You sit down, you're like, this is what I want to do. I want to put on my show. I want to get in comfortable clothes. And I just want to sit here and do that. And I'm going to do it. And then you do it. And you have such a good time. Or I want to wake up tomorrow and go to the gym by myself. You get up, you go. You start relying on yourself and then following through with relying on yourself. And then once you start doing that, you gain that trust within yourself that you have your back. You don't need anyone else to have your back because you have it. You're the one that's actually being responsible and being disciplined and getting up and doing the things that you said you're going to do. And this builds trust within yourself, which internally builds confidence within yourself. You don't need to rely on others. You should rely on others sometimes, but I've always been one of those people that I do not like relying on other people. And it's very hard for me to, because I want to rely on myself, because I know that I will always come through for myself. I know that I always have my own back. I know I won't let myself get to a point where I'm so low where I can't do the things I want to do. I can't pay for the things I want to do. I can't afford the lifestyle that I want. Like, I know that I won't let myself ever get to that point, because it's not an option for me. It's not an option. And that's how you want to be. You don't want to have to lower your life or lower your standards because you need someone else to pay for the life that you want. You need someone else to provide the life that you want. No, you need to provide that to yourself. You need to provide the life that you want to yourself in order for you to be happy, and in order for you to not live in fear that that life gets taken away from you, because you do it all on your own. And you could feel so happy and so good within yourself knowing that you've done it alone and by yourself. And there's a true power once you get to that point of not needing someone. And I advise that anyone that's getting out of a fresh relationship, or someone that maybe is always surrounded by their friends, always going places with their friends, or they just got out of a bad circumstance with a friend. They just figured out like one of their friends was fake and now they're not friends with that person anymore, like a breakup almost with a friend, or a breakup or a divorce. When you're in that stage, it's like you have no option but to sit there with your own self and with your own thoughts and really think about what life you want to give to yourself and what life you want to give to your future family and what kind of person you want to be. And you can change that, and you can mold yourself into that person to where you are going to feel literally unstoppable. And you are going to feel so unstoppable, because when I started to spend so much time by myself, really getting to know myself, what I want to do, building myself up, being able to fully support myself completely with the life that I want and do the things I want to do and whatever, that is when I seriously am like, I am unstoppable. No one could say anything that's going to put me down. No one could do anything. No one could take anything from me. No one could do any of this. I feel so secure within myself. It's like if somebody comes into my life and fucks up, like lies, cheats, whatever, bye, see ya. Like, so quick for me to cut you off. You're not going to allow that into your life, because you realize that you can provide what you need to provide yourself, that you're so happy on your own that anyone that comes in, you realize I respect myself so much that I will not let somebody come into my life and treat me like shit. I will not let somebody come into my life and fuck it up, because I have worked so long and so hard to get where I need to be, not only mentally, not only financially, but like in so many ways, that I would never let somebody just come in and disrupt my peace and bye. Like, it's so much easier to just let go of people, let go of bad people, bad friends, toxic energy. It's easier for you to quit jobs that you're being treated like shit. You're not getting a promotion. You're getting added on like more and more and more work. You're getting told a good job, but you're not being given a promotion. You're being treated like shit. Your friend is being fake. Your boyfriend's being fake. Someone's lying. Like, it's like you will be like, okay, bye. And everyone's going to be like, oh my God, did she really just cut me off? Yes, I did, bitch. Yes, I did. Because you learn to have boundaries. When you're by yourself, you create this wall around yourself that's protecting you, to where you're not going to let people just come in. You're not going to let people just come into your life, and you're going to have these boundaries that you just won't accept. You won't accept it. I used to like be that person where I would like befriend people because I'm a nice person, be friendly, be nice. And then if their energy was a little bit off, I'm like, oh, whatever, I'll give them a chance anyways. I'll still be their friend. I'll still be nice. I'll still like hang out with them. Now I'm not like that. I'm like, if I sense that your energy's off and I don't like something about you, then I'm not going to be your friend. And it's not me being rude. It's just me knowing that what I want in a friend and you're not what I want in a friend. So I'm not going to ask to hang out with you anymore. I'm not going to try to reach out to you anymore. And it's funny because when I do that, I realize they don't try to reach out to me. They don't try to text me. And I'm like, oh, okay. So I was the one that was making this friendship what it was, right? But this person wasn't even adding anything at all to my life whatsoever. And it's like you start to realize the people that are using you. You start to realize the people that are just completely fake and phony. And it's so much easier for you to just cut those people out of your life and be good with it and be good. That's why I seriously say being alone is literally your strongest, most powerful superpower, because once you can get to a point where you feel so high on cloud nine by yourself, that's it. But once you realize that you are good by yourself, you're high on cloud nine, you're on top of the world, that's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. So just learn that. Take what you can from this video if you had taken anything. You probably heard this a trillion times because it's on the internet. It's everywhere you look. It's all the quotes, all the things, all of this. But that's what I used to do. I used to watch the videos, read the stuff, do that. But until you actually do it, like anything in life, until you actually do it, that is the only time that you're actually going to learn. It's actually going to benefit you, and you're going to reap the benefits of truly feeling so whole on your own that no one will mess with your energy and your life, right?